Here's an E for tuning. Hot Dog and a Shake, Section A. This section uses a wah-wah. In ninth position, first C sharp played with second B bent to C sharp. Press the wah-wah down. In seventh position, first B and second A bent to B with the wah-wah up. Second F sharp played with third E bent to F sharp. Press the wah-wah down. Ninth position, second G sharp played with third F sharp bent to G sharp. Wah-wah up. Play the last four pairs of notes again. Ninth position, second G sharp played with third F sharp bent to G sharp. And while sustaining, drop the pitch an interval of 2 frets with the tremolo bar. Allow it to return 15 times. Second B bent to C sharp and sustain. 17th position, first B played with second F sharp bent to G sharp, release to F sharp bent to G sharp. Here's section B. Sixteenth position, first G sharp, hammer to B, right hand hammer to C sharp, right hand pull off to B, pull off to G sharp, right hand hammer to B, right hand pull off to G sharp, right hand hammer to B. Play the last 6 notes 4 times more. Right hand hammer to first C sharp, right hand pull off to B, pull off to G sharp, slide to F sharp. 14th position, right hand hammer to second G sharp, right hand pull off to D sharp, right hand hammer to F sharp, right hand pull off to D sharp, pull off to C sharp. Right hand hammer to first B, right hand pull off to G sharp, pull off to F sharp, right hand hammer to second F sharp, right hand pull off to D sharp, pull off to C sharp, right hand hammer to third C sharp, right hand pull off to B, pull off to A, left hand hammer to fourth F sharp, pull off to E, right hand hammer to second F sharp, right hand pull off to D sharp, right hand hammer to third C sharp, right hand pull off to B, right hand hammer to first B, right hand pull off to G sharp, pull off to F sharp, right hand hammer to second F sharp, right hand pull off to second D sharp, right hand hammer to third C sharp, right hand pull off to B, right hand hammer to third C sharp, right hand pull off to B, pull off to A, slide to G sharp. Back in 14th position, right hand hammer to second F sharp, right hand pull off to D sharp, right hand hammer to third C sharp, right hand pull off to B, first F sharp, slide up to an indefinite point. 18th position, first B with the second finger, slide down to an indefinite point. Here's section C. Ninth position, second G sharp, hammer to B, Right hand hammer to D sharp. Right hand pull off to B. Pull off to G sharp. Hammer to B. Pull off to A. Pull off to G sharp. Right hand hammer to second B at the 12th fret. 7th position. Right hand pull off to second F sharp. Hammer to G sharp. Right hand hammer to B. Right hand pull off to G sharp. Pull off to F sharp. Second F sharp, hammer to G sharp. First C sharp, pull off to B. B. Second G sharp, pull off to F sharp. G sharp, slide up to an indefinite point. 6th position, second G, F. 5th position, scrape up the strings with the edge of the pick. Second E twice. 4th position, second D sharp. Scrape up the strings with the edge of the pick. 3rd C sharp, pull off to B. 4th G sharp, pull off to F sharp. 5th E, pull off to C sharp. 6th B, pull off to G sharp. Here's section D. Set a digital delay or echo device so that the delay time is about 1.2 to 1.3 seconds with no regeneration. One note should sound like this. Eighteenth position, bend first C sharp to D sharp and hold. Having held the C sharp bent to D sharp, pick the D sharp 3 times. Pick again and release to C sharp. C sharp. C sharp, slide to B. B, slide to C sharp. C sharp, slide to G sharp. 14th position. First G sharp, drop to F sharp, return to G sharp with a tremolo bar. 12th position. First F sharp, bend to G sharp and hold. Having bent the first F sharp to G sharp, pick the G sharp. First F sharp, bend to G sharp, release to F sharp, pull off to E, hammer to F sharp. Drop the pitch with the tremolo bar an interval of 1 fret, allow to return twice. Pull off to E, and at the same time drop the pitch with the tremolo bar an interval of 1 fret, allow to return. Slide to D sharp. At the same time, drop the pitch an interval of 1 fret with the tremolo bar and allow it to return. At that point, you'll be in 11th position. Then hammer to E. At the same time, drop the pitch with the tremolo bar an interval of 1 fret, allow it to return. Then slide to C sharp. Eighth position, first C sharp, slide to C. 7th position, first C. Section E. In section E, a lower guitar harmony comes in, starting with the 62nd note in the beginning of the 5th measure. 14th position, second C sharp, hammer to E, first F sharp, hammer to A, right hand hammer to C sharp, right hand pull off to A, pull off to F sharp, left hand hammer to second E, play the last 8 notes twice more, play the last 8 notes again, except instead of the last note, hammer to G sharp on the first string. 12th position, hammer second B to C sharp, hammer first E to G sharp, right hand hammer to B, right hand pull off to G sharp, pull off to E, left hand hammer to C sharp, play the last 8 notes again, except instead of the last note, slide to first F sharp. 14th position, hammer second C sharp to E, hammer first F sharp to A sharp, right hand hammer to C sharp, right hand pull off to A sharp, pull off to F sharp, left hand hammer to E on the second string, second C sharp hammer to E, first F sharp hammer to A sharp, right hand hammer to C sharp, second D hammer to E, first F sharp hammer to A, right hand hammer to D, right hand pull off to A, pull off to F sharp, left hand hammer to second E, play the last 8 notes twice more, play the last 8 notes once again, but instead of the last note, hammer to the first A, .14th position, third A, hammer to B, second C sharp, hammer to E, right hand hammer to A, right hand pull off to E, pull off to C sharp, left hand hammer to third B, hammer third A to B, hammer second C sharp to E, right hand hammer to A, right hand pull off to E, pull off to C sharp, 16th position, slide the first B to C sharp, 17th position, first B, A, second G sharp, F sharp, E, third D sharp, 16th position, third C sharp, B, fourth A, G sharp, F sharp, fifth E, D sharp, C sharp. Here's the lower harmony for section E, starting at the 5th bar. 10th position, second A, hammer to B, first D, hammer to F sharp, right hand hammer to A, right hand pull off to F sharp, pull off to D, left hand hammer to second B, play the last 8 notes twice more, hammer second A to B, hammer first D to F sharp, right hand hammer to A, right hand pull off to F sharp, pull off to D, hammer to F sharp, hammer third E to F sharp, hammer second A to C sharp, right hand hammer to E, right hand pull off to C sharp, pull off to A, left hand hammer to third F sharp, hammer third E to F sharp, hammer second A to C sharp, right hand hammer to second E, right hand pull off to C sharp, pull off to A, with the little finger slide first E to F sharp, 11th position, first E, D, second C sharp, B, A, 10th position, third G sharp, F sharp, E, fourth D, C sharp, B, fifth A, G sharp, F sharp.